What is an international trademark? Do I need an international trademark? How do I get an international trademark? Hey everybody, my name is Marcella Dominguez. I am a trademark lawyer and I have been so for about 10 years helping small business owners and entrepreneurs register and protect their trademarks. It is what I love to do and it is what I do day in and day out, and you can tell by the content of this YouTube playlist. You can learn everything you ever wanted to know about trademark registrations and trademark protection. In this video, I am going to talk about what is an international trademark, do you need an international trademark, and how do you get an international trademark. So first things first, before you even get to where do I file for an international trademark, you need to be sure that you need an international trademark. So let's start here. Are you using the mark in other countries? If you're not using the mark in other countries, or you don't really have a strong presence in those countries, and maybe you don't plan to start selling in those countries quite yet, then perhaps it's not in your best interest to spend boatloads of money to protect your brand internationally. But let's say you're somebody that is insistent on protecting internationally because you've already been selling in some other countries. You know that you want to increase your brand awareness in a particular place, then perhaps yes, an international trademark could be for you. I always like to think of brands like, say, Nike or Adidas or Puma, brands that people recognize across the globe. Let's say we're just talking about Nike in this example. You know, Nike eventually worked its way up to be recognized globally, and so now it is really important that it is protected in more than one country. So should you always be comparing yourself to Nike? Well, no, not necessarily, but I do want to put things into perspective. Once you start deciding that you're going to put your dollars in those countries for advertising, for marketing, then I think it makes sense to protect your brand in those countries.
So what is an international trademark registration? To use the term international trademark or international trademark registration is a bit misleading, and I'm going to explain why. There is no option to file a blanket international trademark application to cover you in multiple countries. There is nowhere to go. There is no box to check. And a lot of people are under the impression that you can go to one place, to one application, or to one single lawyer who will check one single box and cover you globally. And that is not the case, my friends. There is no such thing. But I am going to explain to you what is possible and how you can achieve registration in other countries across the world. So make sure to keep watching and stay until the very end, where I give you a bonus tip and walk you through a special tool of how to calculate the final cost for your international trademark registration.
So the next question is, okay, I listened to you, Marcella. I know that I still want to move forward with an international registration. So tell me, where do I go to make this happen? Well, there are a couple of ways. One, you can definitely reach out to us and we can help you protect it. If you're afraid of doing this all wrong, or you really don't want to bother with trying to figure it out, then make sure you scroll down into the description. All my contact info is there, and I have done it before, so you can be at ease that this is going to get done. Anyway, if you're somebody that insists on kind of like digging a little bit deeper and you want to figure out how to do it on your own, or you just want to, dabble, then you definitely want to play with two websites. So you definitely want to do a little bit of digging around two keywords in Google, and one is the World Intellectual Property Organization. So I'm going to put that up on the screen right now just in case that was a mouthful for you. The second keyword you want to play around with is the Madrid Protocol. The reason the Madrid Protocol is important is because that is basically the treaty that certain countries are a part of. So if you want to make sure that you can register in one country and then maybe add countries as you go along, then you need to find out if particular countries are a part of that treaty, because if they're not, then you're not going to be able to add them as easily as you would expect. So your next question is, how much is this all going to cost me? And the truth of the matter is, I cannot give you one flat price because every single country has a different price, varying anywhere, up to like $500, $600. So it's not the same $500, $500. No, it could be $300, $400, $500. You catch my drift. It's different for every single country. So what you need to do is you need to figure out in which countries you want to protect your trademark, then add up the total for each of those countries. And that is how you will come to the grand total. So come with me and I'll just show you a quick rundown of what the World Intellectual Property Organization website looks like. So if you go onto the website, this is what it's going to look like. And if you click on where it says Madrid, then you will see that it gives you more information about the Madrid Protocol, how many countries are included, that you get to pay one fee and file in multiple countries. But that does sound a little bit misleading, right? Because I already told you in this video that you're going to have to pay a certain price per country that you add. So as you can see right here, there is a calculator, and you can use this calculator to figure out which countries you want to add to your application. Now, this is where you are going to do your grand total. This is where you figure out exactly how much it's going to cost you, because like I said, you don't want to start and then figure out at the very end that it's actually not one flat fee. It's one flat fee, but based on how many countries you have added. So I want that to be very, very clear so that you're not upset and confused and you don't waste time or money, because like I said, as a small business owner and entrepreneur, I know that time and money are extremely valuable to you. Now, just to recap, I want to make sure that all of this makes sense, because it's very, very important that you first figure out if a trademark is necessary for you on an international basis. So there is no such thing as filing one application globally or internationally. There's no such thing as a little checkbox that says check here for international or check here for global. No, 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 it does not work like that. Now that you know you want to proceed with registration in multiple countries, or maybe just one other country, you want to find out how much it's going to cost to register in each of those countries. Then you can come up with a grand total and you can decide if it fits your budget or it doesn't. And like I said, you want to do keywords around Madrid Protocol and World Intellectual Property Organization and play around with those websites. So either way, if you decide that it's necessary to file an international registration or you just want to file one here in the US, make sure that you send me an email. My details are below. We have helped a large number of entrepreneurs and small business owners achieve great results. You can check out right here on my homepage and my reviews. Now, of course, results are going to vary depending on your situation, but my goal is that you always obtain a registration. And if you want to find out more about what I mean, then make sure to send me an email, because we do have a great option for you if you decide to work with yours truly on a personal basis. If after watching this video you decide that you just want to learn the basics about filing a trademark in the United States, make sure you catch that video right there, which is a great introduction into the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
Now, if you're interested in learning the basics of filing a US-based trademark application, make sure you join our discounted masterclass before prices go up. Secure your seat now by scrolling down into the description below. I'll see you there.
I look forward to seeing you on the other side. And if you want to say thanks for creating this video, make sure you scroll down and you scroll over a little bit and hit the thanks button.